Hello, it's Chris. It's October 25th, 2011. It's Chris from 2NE1 USA, and I'm here to talk about mostly the KBS concert in New Jersey. I was just going to tell you my little 2-second story behind it. Maybe it's a little longer than 2 seconds. The concert was 16 days ago, I think it was, and I first found out about it by all K-pop. They started to talk about a concert, and I thought I was going to bring the kids to Korea in maybe 2 or 3 years, and we would see it there. So, I mean, this was unbelievable. My brother lives in Brooklyn, and so I got a place to stay, because it was supposed to be New York City before it turned out to be New Jersey. So, with my ex-wife, it took a while to get her to agree, so she agreed. So the kids are all excited and stuff, and I didn't think a lot of people like K-pop in America. Like, I don't think I realized how huge K-pop was. I knew it was coming, but I think I didn't realize it's already here, and it was here on a way higher degree than I thought. So it was a free concert. I'm walking my dog here, so I'm checking on my dog. It was a free concert, so I wasn't too worried about getting the tickets. So it was kind of like in disbelief that I see 4 Minute and Sista and Shiny and stuff like that. So I haven't been to a good concert, I think, in a while, so it was kind of fun to be like, oh my god, I'm going to see these people. I mean, I'm 41 years old, but I mean, in my mind, I love music, and I love Korean pop. So I know what I love, and going to this concert was going to be great. Thing is, 21's my favorite group, so it's just kind of like, why can't they come? And the reason is, they're going to come later. And the question is, how far will I travel? I'm all the way up in Maine, in the upper right-hand corner. Would I go to California? Can I bring the kids? I mean, the kids would love it if they could see Big Bang. And I told you, my brother's in Brooklyn, New York. You know, Top was there doing a Calvin Klein commercial. So it's just like, oh, we could. My daughter saw him. He would be, she would just love it. So, alright, so then, getting ready for the concert, and somehow, somewhere, I found this link on Facebook to the concert, and I don't know if I searched for it or something, and what a great link. They have 5,000 people who said they were attending, 2,000 not attending, and I think that's the first time I realized that K-pop is mostly for Koreans. Because, I was trying to figure out what's the ratio of people who are going to like K-pop. Is it going to be white Caucasian people? Is it going to be, I think that a lot of it is the little girls, the teenage Korean girls. Because I look at the stuff, and a lot of, in my age, older men seem to be viewing the videos and stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the Korean women in a lot of these, they're beautiful, and it's fun to watch them sing. I mean, here in America, it's fun to watch Britney Spears sing, Rihanna. I mean, she's beautiful. You got Pussycat Dolls, they're fun to watch and stuff. So, I mean, it's just a different type of music. So then the panic steps in when I realize I'm not going to have tickets for the concert, and I'm up in Maine, and my brother couldn't get them in Brooklyn. So then, telling my kids I can't guarantee it, and then so then the question is, how much am I willing to pay for a free concert? VIP tickets were going to be up front, we'd be in the back, and I'm pretty good at figuring things out financially, like on a concert and stuff like that. And my daughter, she was already like, you do the VIP and all that stuff. So, but the problem is I didn't want to commit to anyone because I was like 6 hours away from them. So no matter what, I couldn't get the money to them until the concert anyways. YouTube was awesome for like people uploading stories about waiting in line and about how excited they are to go to the concert and stuff. So that helped me because I didn't feel like I was the only one, you know, that was out of state doing it. So I just kept reading the Facebook page for the KBS concert again and again and again, and I mean hours and hours, and I would just learn, you know, oh, this is the seating, this is what they're gonna do, this is all the stuff. So we got there the day before the concert, and the day before the concert we got there because I wanted to figure out the ticket situation and all that stuff. And let me think. So we get there and we see the stage and the sunset. It was so beautiful. I mean, I was just like, this is incredible. So it's October. It's sunny. Sunset. I mean, I have a video up on the 2NE1 USA on the YouTube. And you can see how beautiful it was. So I kind of got the layout, and I bought we bought a Big Bang calendar for $25. We bought a Big Bang double CD for $10. Then we bought a 2 p.m. shirt for $10. Then I, for myself, got 4-minute shirt for $20. My daughter got shiny shirt for $20. My son got a 2 p.m. shirt for $20. So I'm kind of like, whoa, that is $110 right off. But you know what? It was awesome because we were talking to people there. This is the Korean Festival in New Jersey, and it was like the first real, like, everyone there, like, they loved the K-pop, and just talking to the people while we're trying to buy t-shirts, who do you like, where are you from, and all that. And for me, it was really cool because I didn't think K-pop was coming here so fast, and I could tell my kids were excited too and all that. So we got our stuff and then we left. Then the next day we did the Statue of Liberty, and then we were like, okay, we got to get there early to get tickets. So I think our goal was to get there. The concert started at 5. I think I was trying to get there like at 3 or something, but the traffic was terrible. We were just stuck. I know there was like an hour where we were just completely stuck. People got out of the cars, and like all the teenagers would get out while the parents were stuck in the car. So then, you know, it was just like, oh my God, we're gonna miss this. Then you park. It's literally at least a mile. Oh, I remember what time. I think it was. You know what? I knew that at 5 o'clock they opened the. Like if you didn't have a ticket, they'd let you in if there were still seats. So we arrived there at 5, but we were literally a mile away from the park. So we get there, I look for tickets, can't find any. Realize I can sit at the concert for free. I don't need a ticket to get into the concert, but the VIPs you could. And I'm gonna tell you, we were way far away from the stadium, but they had the screens, so you could see them on the screens, which is cool. I have some videos I've uploaded. And alright, so we're getting there. So my daughter is starting to be teary-eyed. She's wiping her eyes, and she is so sad because we are so far away. This is her first concert. She's 12, my son's 10, and it's our first concert, so she's teary-eyed, and I'm not sitting right next to her because we couldn't get 3 seats together. So I'm like, what am I to do? And I was looking for the tickets. The VIP tickets are the ones up close. So that's when I'm like, how much am I willing to spend? how much am I willing to spend to get up close to Shiny, 4 Minute, Sister, and all these groups? And then I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, $300. I'll do it. If I can find, because I made sure I had a nice fat wallet before I went there. So I was like, if I can find 3 tickets for $300, I was going to give someone $300. That's so much money. But you know what? It would have been a good time. So on Facebook, I could find somebody who'd give me 1 ticket, but I needed 3 tickets. And so I was looking, and I was really surprised. I was trying to... we're in a cemetery now. Walking my dog, Lily. I was really surprised that nobody was really selling tickets, because if somebody wanted, I mean, only one person, if somebody wanted to make some money, they could have made some serious money there. And I'm sure a lot of people who are sitting near me paid for tickets. So, there was, in the sky, they were writing, planes were writing things. I think it said no change or something like that. And so my daughter's still sad, and I'm just like, as a father, what am I to do? And this is the best I could do. And I couldn't find the ticket, so we couldn't get up close, so I didn't spend $300. So then we're kind of like, okay, come on, let's get it going. And then this person was talking, that person was talking, and it was kind of like dragging. It was like, come on, when is this gonna start? And when was the K-pop gonna start? And so it took a while, and the sun had already gone down, and I'm only in a short sleeve shirt in October, so I mean, it was just beautiful weather. So then when Shiny came on, that's when it got pretty cool. When they were going ring-a-ding-ding-ding, ring-a-dong, and then Lucifer and all that stuff, that's when it set into that, this is it, this is real. You can see him on the big screen. And then I look over and I see my daughter with her camera zooming in, and I'm like, this is the moment, like, this is so cool. It, like, we actually get to see Shiny. And then my son, he ended up with these little balloons you bang together, and all kinds of people were banging them together. And so we got to see Shiny, and then a bunch of the girl groups came out, and they did single ladies and stuff like that. So it was getting exciting. So then the concert went on. 4 Minute was my favorite part. Hanya is what I call her. There was one part where she was doing her song, and they zoomed in the camera on her waist, and she's like shaking it and stuff, and the whole crowd was like, and look, in the cemetery, we got the American flags. Too bad they have to go somewhere. They must have fell. So that was just kind of funny, because she was the #1 person I wanted to see. And when it just showed the crowd was watching, and I think what I got out of her is she does not hold back. She plays it up to the fullest, and I was entertained. And then other groups came on. The TVXQ, I'm still learning them. I've never heard of them, and they were really good. They were, I mean, I was listening and I liked it. The concert went on, I think, for like 5 hours, and they had, opera and all this stuff, and the guy was going, Figaro, Figaro, and I'm just like, I knew it wasn't 100% a K-pop concert when I started, but it was like, for a whole hour, it was like, is something going to happen? When are we going to see some K-pop? Lily's trying to get that cat over there. Too funny. Alright. So, I gotta sum it up. Sister was so good. And when they do that little dance where they shake their body to My Boy, that one, the whole crowd went crazy. So, it was a great... And 2 p.m., the crowd went really crazy for them with their hands up. I didn't know that 2 p.m. was that successful or that liked. So so overall, it was a really good experience. And what was the other thing? The next day we went to Times Square because the Beast was there. They're okay. I don't remember too much of them. They didn't excite me as some of the other ones. So the next, and Gina, she sang one song. I really don't know her, so that was kind of interesting. So in Times Square, Gina, Beast, and 4 Minute were going to play at the MTV Studios, and they were going to be on the big screen. And I had to get the kids back to Maine, so I had a deadline. And there was, I think, 300 people. If I had to take a guess, I'd say 300 people who were waiting in a line outside the MTV studio for hours and hours and hours. And by the time we left, they still had not even arrived. And I was just like, oh my God, these people. But they got to go in and see the performance, which must have been pretty cool to see that. But we were sitting there in Times Square seeing them on the big screen, just overrunning the commercial, and they had 21 on there, and I'm just like, there it is, there's 21 in New York City. So overall, but in the end we didn't get to see them in Times Square. And that SM Town came, and oh man, I watched the videos last night. I feel like I went to the concert because I watched all the videos on YouTube. And if you want to see them, you can go to kpopusa.net. I like clicked a bunch of them and put them on there. And that concert looked pretty awesome. And I just went to the other one. If it was spaced out more, I think I would have. If it was spaced out, I think I would have made it to that second one. I really, really, really wanted to go see Girl Generation. Shiny was there again. FX. You know, that would have been pretty cool to see Amber. But I couldn't pull it off with the kids, and I just couldn't do it. But watching the concert on the YouTube, I'm just like, why am I not here? Lily's kind of freaking out by this horse head here. I think she thinks it's a real, like maybe it's a squirrel or something. So I feel different that I have been to the concerts. That concert. I feel different that I have seen the groups. Because like for U.S. people, I've seen Def Leppard, Metallica, Madonna. I've seen lots and lots of them. Grateful Dead, Quiet Riot, Twisted Sister, Iron Maiden, Pink Floyd, Smashing Pumpkins. You know, I've been to a lot of concerts, and it's now I feel more fulfilled that I've done the K-pop concert. I feel more part of it. But I was really, really surprised. I'm going to say it was 99% Korean people, or people who look Korean, and 1% other people. So for K-pop really, really to make it big time in America, it's got to spread out and stuff, and that's where I think 21, because it seems more. It's Chris. I ran out of batteries. I just kept talking so much on that. But what I was saying is 21 is got to break the barrier of just having Korean fans in America, and I think that Black Eyed Peas, their connection to them, it will spark some interest, and kind of almost like producing them, but I don't know if they're really producing them, but Will.i.am's working with them. So I guess to wrap it up, you you have the KBS concert, which I'm so happy I went to and I was part of. You got MTV having the stars there, and in Times Square seeing the K-pop there. So you got that, and then they just had the SM Town concert, which I wish I went to, but just the timing just wasn't right. And so I guess the East Coast really got a big dose of it, big dose of K-pop, because this is what I'm talking about. My KPopUSA.net site is about just talking about K-pop in general coming to America, and the 2NEUSA.com, 2NE1USA.com is really about that band, because I think out of all the bands, 21's the best, and I just can't wait for them to come here, and so that's the moment we're all waiting for, is for them to come here. I guess Las Vegas is going to have a concert with a whole bunch of stars and stuff like that, and the West Coast are closer to there and they can do stuff, but I really feel that K-pop has come to America, and it's exciting, because it's kind of like you're waiting for a day. Like, I was waiting to get married, and then one day I actually got married. So it's kind of like waiting for K-pop to come to America, and then they actually came. So now it's like I'm part of it. I've experienced it. I've been in the same place as 4 Minute, Shiny, and all them. I feel connected, but I'm still waiting for 21. I'm like, when are you coming? Come on, 21. And 21 looked like they were gonna do Japan, and then they came here, but then they had the earthquake, and then they delayed it, and I was just like, where are you, 21? And then now all the tours, you see that they're in Japan, and they're in Japan, and they're in some other places, and the 21's just coming out with the new video, Go Away, a Japan version. It's just, I'm telling you, I get so confused, and I talk about this in one of the other ones, where they have to make another video for the same song. So what I'm trying to say is, like, 21 Fire, I just love the song in America, and it's like, why don't they just put English words to it or something? But they have, like, the 21 has a whole new Go Away video for Japan. So every time I hear that they're doing another thing in Japan, I'm like, can't you come to America? We're ready. I'm getting impatient. I'm like, come on. Time's going by. What if they break up and I never get to see them? So I'm like, 21, come now. And so the Black Eyed Peas what they do is they break up for a year or two, and then they go do their own things. Like Fergie was on her own, and she has some really good songs, and then they're kind of quiet, and then they come back together. So the Black Eyed Peas have just done that. They've broken up for, they're saying, they say it could be forever, but I'm sure it's for a couple of years. But this is good for 21, because 21 can come now. Like, it gives will.i.am time to work with him, because I think they get 2 more songs to make, and then they come to America. So I'm excited. I'm part of it, the K-pop, but in Maine, I still feel isolated. That I know there's some, but I'm ready for another concert, and I just don't know how long I'm gonna have to wait. I guess what I'm trying to say is, K-pop is here in America, but it's got a long way to go, and I'm waiting for 21. It's Chris. See you later.